Question number 16. We've got a triangle ABC with some length things marked on, and we want to show that this is not a right angle triangle. Alright, easiest way to do this, go back to the very easiest thing you've done with right angle triangles. Begins with P, big Greek sounding. Oh yes, of course it is Pythagoras Theorem. Now we know that Pythagoras Theorem is true for right angle triangles, so if we can show that it does not work for this one, we can show that this is not a right angle triangle. Okay, now my longest side is the 19.4, so that's I'm going to put on the 9 on that side, so 19.4 squared. The other two sides, 14.7 squared plus 11.5 squared. You could have done like the 19.4 squared, take away one of the other ones, but if you're doing the add-in one, make sure the 19.4 is the one that's on the other side. Alright, so 14.7 squared plus 11.5 squared, I can stick into my calculator, it gives me an answer of 348.34. I can then do the same thing for 19.4 squared, which gives me 376.36. Now, are those numbers the same? No. So Pythagoras' theorem isn't true, so it's not right angled. Pythag theorem not true, so triangle not right angled. Okay, alright, next one asks us to find angle X. Now, if I look at my triangle, things that I know about that triangle and that I'm trying to find out are 3 sides and 1 angle. Okay, so counting the thing that I'm looking for, it's 3 sides and 1 angle. Whenever it's 3 sides and 1 angle, that tells you that you're going to use the cos rule. 2 sides and 2 angles means it's the sine rule. Alright, so the cos rule, and this is given to you on the formula sheet, is a squared equals b squared plus c squared minus 2bc cos a. Now you have to know how to rearrange this to find the angle, or you might, if you know that you can't do that, just memorize the rearranged version. That's absolutely fine. Okay, I'm trying to get the angle by itself because that is the thing that I'm trying to find. So to rearrange that, I'm going to move this minus 2bc cos a across to the left, and I'm going to move this a squared across to the right. So on the left, I've now got plus 2bc cos a, it's gone from minus to a plus, equals b squared plus c squared minus a squared, because it's gone to a minus. Next job, I'm going to take this 2bc and I'm going to move that, and it's going to divide because it times is on the left. So I've got cos a equals b squared plus c squared minus a squared all over 2bc. And then I just need to cos minus 1 the other bit. So a equals cos minus 1 of b squared plus c squared minus a squared all over 2bc. Chuck in your numbers. You just need to make sure that the A is opposite your angle A. So go up. So for this one, the A has to be that 11.5. The B and the C you could have either way around, and it doesn't really matter. Okay, so that means I'm going to have cos minus 1 of b squared. I'm going to have b be my 19.4, so 19.4 squared, plus my c squared, which is 14.7 squared, minus a squared was 11.5 squared, all over 2bc, which is 2 times 19.4 times 14.7. Alright, you need to make sure your calculator is in the right mode, so it should have a little D on it. If it doesn't, bring it to someone and they can fix it, or read actually your calculator instructions, and that will also give you a clue. Okay, I am obviously just killing time while I am typing this into my calculator. Ooh, I'm not very good at typing fast because I always end up making mistakes. You'll be pleased to know I've just got the top line done. So I'm now just typing the bottom of the fraction in. So 2 times 19.4 times 14.7. And you just about typed 17.7. Never mind, I can change that. Alright, and then close my brackets, press equals, and oh, my calculator's in blinking radians. I will change that, and I will press equals again, and that will actually give me the right answer this time. 36.2. So answer is 36.2 degrees. Okay, the trigonometry question isn't over yet, because on the next page, calculate the area of this triangle. Now, if you get a question near the beginning of the paper that says calculate the area of a triangle, it's going to be a half base times height. If it's later on, it's not going to be that simple, all right? So for this triangle here, there is actually another formula you can use on the formula sheet, and that is area of triangle equals a half AB sine C. And you use this one if you don't know the base and height, like perpendicular to each other. Like for this triangle here, I could use the 8 as being the base, but I don't know the height straight up, and vice versa if I try to do it the other way around. Now, for this one, in terms of the letters that you've got, it doesn't particularly matter, as long as like the A and B are on either side of the angle that you've got. So I could just go A, B, and that's capital C. Obviously remembering that that would be little c, and the other angles be as such. Alright, so a half times A, which is 6, times B, which is 8, times sine of C, which is 27. Stick that into your calculator. So, 8 times sine 27 equals, does it say decimal places? No, I'm going to go one decimal place, so I'm going to go 10.9 centimeters squared.